All right, everyone. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Claire Mulqueen. I am one of the leaders and distributors here at Essante Organics, and I was one of the beta testers for the new skincare, and it is fabulous. I have been using it for about 14 weeks now, I want to say. And the skincare, the Z3 was great. I loved the Z3. It got rid of my rosacea. But now with the new product, it's really completely life-changing, because even though I've always had horrible skin, I've always had adult acne and rosacea. So the Z3 took away this. But now with the new formula, I had like eyelids that were sagging and very puffy. And I was supposed to get surgery for that. And now that's gone. The turkey neck, that's going away. These lines here, I've had marionette lines for years. It's hereditary, I think. Both of my parents do. But those seem to be diminishing as well. Scar here seems to be diminishing as also. So the skincare, the new formulation just changed the whole game completely. It went from a great product that was toxic free, and it became, to me, like a miracle where my skin has completely changed. With that, I'm going to ask Elise to unmute, because she's also been using it and she's had great results as well. Hi, Elise.
Hello. Yes, I have been on it 14 days now, twice a day. And I still have some turkey neck, but the bulk of it is shrinking up and my jaw is reappearing, which I didn't even realize. If you had asked me, like, what are your problems? I wouldn't have said a bumpy chin and a inflamed jaw, but that's exactly what I found. Is I've got my jawline back and my chin is smoothing out. All these little wrinkle lines here have gone away. My forehead furrows are getting less. It's just been amazing. I'm really, really pleased with it. And I've had several distributors be on it for just 3 or 4 days, and they're just loving it.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, the picture that's on the advertisement was the first time I had ever used it. And I literally had just gotten out of the shower. My hair was still wet. I had a robe on. I put it on half my face, and I took a picture with my cell phone in my bathroom and sent it to Michael. And that's what that's what's on those flyers. So for some people, it's instant, right? You see the difference instantly. What I've noticed also for me, even though I saw the difference instantly, over the last 14 weeks or so, every week you see a difference. So what I suggest to everyone is, please take your before picture before you start to use this skincare. Because when you look at your face every single day, you're looking at your face every single day, and you're not going to notice the changes as much as when you look at that picture from before you started and now how it is now. It's amazing. Thanks so much, Elise. Yadira, hi, hon. Why don't you tell us about what happened with you? I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Okay, there we go. All done. So, couple of things real quick. It's a little better that way. I did my face. I did a recording. Actually, my radio is on. Can you give me a second? Oh, I'm sorry. So I did my face and I did a recording with it, and I left it at that. I was like, okay, that's fine. The recording's over with. And the next thing you know, I said, you know what? Let me see. People mention their neck. Let me go ahead and put some on my neck. So I go ahead and put some on my neck. 90 seconds, I look at it, and it was like very distinct, very distinct. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was sending pictures to my family right away. I am not going to lie. I have not put product on the side of my face yet.
Wow.
So it's been 16 days, and I was supposed to stop at 2 weeks, as I asked people when I was going live. So I have yet to put anything on my left side. And you can tell.
Your other side is so opened up. Your eyes are opened up. Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
You can tell.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. I've been putting it on everyone. My mom, almost 80. I literally just put it on a teenager, or now adult, for acne last night. And in no time at all, we've seen the difference already. I was just finishing pictures now, so I'll be sharing those with the group later on, but very, very happy with this. Like, again, a game changer like you never would have thought. And it's an absolute blessing, an
Well,
absolute
now you have to
blessing.
put
So
it
thank
on the
you.
other side as well, because people are
I
going to think
know.
there's something wrong.
I really was like, I'm going to have to catch up on this side.
Exactly, exactly. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much, Adira. So with that, I would like to bring on Dr. JJ. And Dr. JJ has had a wellness clinic for close to 30 years. He is the president of Essante Organics, and he is a person that if I have a question about anything, I call him, I trust what he's, excuse me, going to tell me. And JJ, can you please unmute yourself?
All right, there we are. Well,
Here we-
thank you. And thank you everybody for your testimonials. And thanks for everybody joining us foreign and domestically. I see we've got Europeans in the house. I really appreciate that. And the testimonials are incredible. You know, every time we do one of these and getting on social media, it's just incredible what we're seeing in people. So we're really, really excited. And that being said, I want you to know that everybody here at Essanté Corporate, we're serious about your success. Obviously, we're here to talk about Z3, so your success with helping you attain that more youthful appearance. And we're going to talk a great deal about that. But I also want you to know we're here to help you with your financial success as well. So let's talk about Z3, how it works, and how people are getting these rapid results that you're seeing live on video. I mean, it's quite incredible. With Z3, we're witnessing rejuvenation of the skin that will not revert. So let's discuss what Z3 De-Aging Trio, and I'll talk about what the trio means in a bit, what makes it so unique and special, because a lot of people have skincare products, and there's so many things that make us unique and special. Above and beyond, we're pretty much one of the only ones that are truly toxic free. So first realize we're the only ones that have this patented, trademark, clinically tested and proven products containing Oxy 28. You're not going to see anybody else on TV, on the internet, in print ads, whatever, having Oxy 28. Nobody else has it. Nobody ever will. It's literally hours and hours alone, and all of yours as well. And the best part, as I mentioned earlier, Z3, like the rest of our products, are toxic free. That's what you can expect from all the products that we create here at Essante Organic. And as I'm going to discuss, if any of you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, if you've been looking for that right opportunity, if you've ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time, this is it. So that being said, if you already have an established Essante Organics account, then all you have to do is let people know that you're open for business. Just invite them to your website. It's that easy. And if this is your first exposure, you're going to want to quickly get back to the person who invited you here so they can get you positioned for this incredibly fast growing opportunity. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, and it's been about 2-3 weeks that my wife, the Chief Marketing Officer of Essante Organics, Angie, she produced a short video. I mean, it's like a minute or two tops. And that short video might be the thing that piqued your interest enough about this product to come to this presentation today. This video that I speak of is unbranded. It creates curiosity as well as conversations. You wouldn't believe the amount of conversations that are occurring on social media, on as well as off of social media, because of that video. And just in the past, I would say 3 weeks, the enormous amount of people that are joining up on our Go Green Pack number is 919-511, as well as the standalone Z3 Trio, you know, these 3 products all by itself. These orders are continuing to grow, and the amount that we're selling is unprecedented. And what we saw a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, when I did a presentation, has only amplified. It's only accelerated. So to have success, one, you're going to want to use these products, which we're going to get into in just a bit. But financial success, I just want you to know this could be as easy as sharing the video I spoke of, as well as the other resources that we here at corporate, as well as all the wonderful organic influencers and brand partners, many of whom are on this presentation with you tonight, are creating, because we have the philosophy here at Essante Organics, givers gain, and everybody shares all of our stuff. So you can just take the resources that are out there, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, and let those conversations organically start happening. So again, number one thing you're going to want to remember, if you might even want to write some notes, get back with the person who shared this webinar with you to discuss the best way to utilize the tool I spoke of, the video, as well as everything else we have to offer to create curiosity, conversations, new customers, and obviously new distributors. So our company, as well as our talented field, as I mentioned, loves to share. That's part of our culture, and you're going to see that as you become part of our company, as part of our culture, as part of our tribe. And we really invite you to be part of our tribe. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, because what you're here for today, I assume, is the ability to take 10 years off the appearance of your face. So Z3 Oxy 28 are for men and women who want to look younger in 60 seconds. Claire shared with you that the advertising our company created, the first advertising, has her picture after one application. She said, just getting right out of the shower, putting on a robe, snapping a picture with her cell phone. We're getting those instant results, which is incredible. We also heard, I believe it was Yadira that said that kids, teenagers are getting results with this as well for acne and other things. And we also heard Claire talk about adult acne as well. Above and beyond what I'm going to talk about as far as Oxy 28 makes it so unique, we've also added red algae. And the reason why we added red algae, we're always looking for the best of the best ingredients in the Garden of Eden. And red algae contains the strongest antioxidant on the planet. It's called astaxanthin. And I'm going to get in a little bit more in depth on that. We're seeing improved, better than ever results, permanent skin rejuvenation that will not revert, and even way more so than the original Z3 formula. Claire noticed that as well. Again, this is certified toxic free. It's pH balanced. Like everything we do here at Essanté, we are very concerned about helping you achieve and maintain a proper pH balance. This is botanical stem cell therapy in a bottle. So if you've ever heard of stem cell therapy or plant therapy, this is it in our bottle. Like any of our products, it's guaranteed to work. So for any reason you don't like it, you can return it. We've had nobody return this product yet. Now, what makes this super special, I mentioned Oxy 28. What is Oxy 28? Oxy 28 is a biomimetic, I'll break that word down in just a bit, tripeptide. It's a botanical stem cell ingredient in all three of these products at the clinical dosage. So let's dissect that word. I said tripeptide. Tri easily means three, like a triangle has three sides. Or if any of you ever competed or had friends or family members that ever competed in a triathlon, there's three events. Tripeptide simply means there are three special peptides, which I'm going to dive into, in each of these products. And unlike other companies, if we're going to go out of our way to speak about, and almost, I would say, brag about certain ingredients, or in this case, ingredients, unlike other companies, we don't just fairy dust a few little bits and pieces in and say, bada bing, it's in here. We're putting this in at the clinical dosage. So very, very important. So the way that we got the research back, the results back, that's what you're getting. So speaking of our research, what we saw and what we're seeing continually with all of you, we're seeing 175% increase in collagen synthesis. And I could stop right there. If that's all that this product did, increased your collagen synthesis by 175%, this would be gold in a bottle. But the studies also show there's a 98% effectiveness in immediate, long-term, and permanent results. And a bit later in this presentation, I'm going to show how this ingredient literally educates the cells of your body to regenerate healthy, more youthful skin cells. We're also seeing a 92% immediate increase in lifted, firmer, hydrated, as well as smoother skin due to the increased elastin. as you've heard, the 3 testimonials that we've had, and if you get on social media, and if you join us for other webinars that we do, we constantly have a barrage of testimonials that are coming in. People are showing so many things that you wouldn't even think of, like decreases in under eye dark circles, puffiness, drooping skin, dark spots, sunspots, liver spots, wrinkles, scars. Claire, 2-3 weeks ago, gave an incredible testimonial on scars that are disappearing. And this continues to go on and on. I can go on. All the stuff that we hate about our skin as we get older, this is a solution. What is most important, if I'm going to say one thing that's most important that I'm going to share with you today, we have the solution to a protein called progerin, Progerin. And progerin, you'll want to know, is the main cause of wrinkles and aging of the skin. So what is progerin? It's a protein, and it's one of the biomarkers. If you speak with anti-aging specialists, the chemists, the scientists, the people that study this stuff every day, they'll let you know that progerin is one of the biomarkers that they use when they're studying natural aging. Now, this protein is expressed as a mutant form of the LMNA gene. I don't want to get too technical, but the LMNA gene provides instructions for making several slightly different proteins called lamins, if you've ever heard anybody talk about lamins. And the 2 major proteins produced from this gene, lamin A and lamin C, are made in pretty much most of the body's cells, but including, and apropos to this conversation and training, the skin cells. Now, these proteins are made up of a nearly identical sequence of protein building blocks, which we learned in high school chemistry, amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. And because of that, progerin causes many defects in the area of the nuclear envelope. So if you remember from biology, learning about the nuclear envelope controls and regulates the activities of the cells of your body. So growth, metabolism, so on and so forth. And it carries the genes, which are the structures that contain hereditary information. So when progerin, this protein that I speak about, and other stresses overwhelm your cells, you have trillions of cells in your body, this influences a level of reactive oxygen species and antioxidant enzymes. So in other words, the bottom line with all that scientific gobbledygook, in other words, progerin is the enemy and it stresses and ages your cells. That's what you have to remember. And the question I get is, does progerin increase with age? And the short and sad answer is yes. Progerin is a shortened toxic form of a healthy protein that normally occurs in the body, but it accumulates in age, and it's exacerbated by those with the condition progeria. Now, you may or may not have heard of progeria. Some of us had. Progeria, unfortunately, it occurs in children. And when you see pictures of kids with progeria, you'll see that some of these kids are 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, but they literally have the appearance, the skin of somebody that's a centurion, 100 years old. So children that get progeria, it's simply an overproduction and an acceleration and an early cause of amount of that progerin protein. So what's going to be important to you and all of us is, can we truly reverse or stop aging? Is it even possible? Because we've heard about this for years. We've seen empty promises. And can we do this in a way that it's not a quick fix, shot, or surgery that has, in many cases, deadly side effects and often reverse, if not most of the time? So I'm about to share a couple of the mechanisms, and you're going to want to write these down, that take place in aging. And then once you have that, you're empowered, because I'm going to give you in your toolbox an ability how we can stop and reverse the effects of those mechanisms of aging. We're going to discuss how Z3, the ingredients in these 3 products, literally becomes a barrier when this progerin aging protein starts to try to attack your DNA. You can improve your wellness and appearance by blocking progerin. It's quite simple. Now, that's why many of you are here today. That's why we saw 3 testimonials today. again, the testimonials keep coming in from men and women. It's incredible. So very shortly, let's talk about how Oxy 28 is an awesome ingredient which will help you improve the aging process. But first, we need to discuss what happens during aging. Once we can understand that, then we can move forward and talk about what we can do to stop it and reverse it. The protein progerin that I mentioned causes cellular senescence. It literally breaks down your cells. Cellular senescence occurs in response to various cellular stresses such as DNA damage, oxidative stress, telomere erosion. When this type of erosion, telomere erosion occurs, the telomere, the DNA shortens, and here's the kicker, it can no longer replicate healthy cells. This process is what accelerates the sign of the aging process. This is why the skin cells that are getting replicated in your body, which I'm going to talk about in a bit, instead of them stopping at your appearance, or even better, at getting more youthful, they're getting older and older and older. So here's the million-dollar question. How can we mitigate the effects of progerin? Here's 4 things you can do. Number 1, you might want to write these down. Number 1, choose your grandparents wisely. I know I'm being a joker, but if you ever wanted to live long and look great your whole life and live to be 100+ years old and never have a health problem, pick your grandparents wisely. Okay. Obviously, we can't do that, but the good news is there's 3 more things that I'm going to share with you that you absolutely can do, that you have 100% control of. So nobody can ever say, well, oh, I'm aging, or I can't get rid of that wrinkle or that scar or what. These are 3 things that you can start doing literally today. Okay, second thing, decrease stress. I know you've heard it a zillion times, but meditate, laugh, pray, get out there and simply enjoy your life. Get outside. Don't be in front of the computer all day long. That's going to age you in and of itself. Get your work done and then get outside. Talk with people, meet with people, do business outside in the sunshine. And if you've ever had money stress, I recommend fixing that now versus later. Claire told you I had a wellness clinic for multiple decades, and I'll tell you, the people that had financial stress, that aged them both in appearance, but also within their health. Just you being here at this webinar today is really the first big step to help you reduce, if not eliminate, that financial stress. I promise you, and get back with the people that invited you here, because they're going to let you know, they're going to share with you how fast we're growing. It's out of control growth. And they're going to get you positioned properly so that you can maximize your earnings as quickly as possible. And honestly, at the end of the day, everybody here at the corporate headquarters at Essanté, we want to pay you for your referrals. That's as easy as it is. And that's basically what it is. If you've ever referred somebody to a movie, I've done that a zillion times. If you've ever referred somebody to a restaurant, I've done that a zillion times. If you've ever you referred somebody to a business or anything, good for you. Givers is gain. But we're actually going to pay you for those referrals. And it's better than that. Anytime those referrals order and reorder and reorder and reorder, we're going to share, your people who invited you here is going to share how we can pay you over and over again, residual recurring income. Number 3, this is something you can do right now. Consume antioxidants in your mouth and through your skin to decrease the ravaging effects of oxidation, premature aging, as well as the effects of progerin. We must protect our DNA. That's the only DNA you've been given. And we can do this with diet. So I suggest eating low on the food chain, eating vegan foods, vegetarian, bright and green leafy vegetables, very colorful fruits, and even better, make it organic, and even better, organic super fruits. That's why, as any foundation to any nutrition program, if somebody says, hey, Dr. JJ, what should I take as far as supplements go? The foundation for everybody is our organic earth greens and our organic super reds. Must have every day. Number 4, and the last thing I'm going to share with you to help you empower yourself to slow down and revert the aging process. Please incorporate the Z3 products, these 3 products as part of your daily skin regimen. And let me explain how this 4th step in and of itself can change your appearance rapidly and how we got all those great testimonials that come in. So I mentioned earlier the biomimetic tripeptide, which again, we've patented as Oxy 28. It's a triple, remember tri means 3, botanical stem cell ingredient. It's found in all 3 products at the clinical dosage. And mimetic, that's a word I didn't break down, so forgive me. Mimetic simply means mimic, mimetic, mimic. So when a painter paints the sunrise, he or she is mimicking nature, okay? And if my voice sounds scratchy, I have to drink a lot of water, forgive me. I just got back from my son's wedding this week. It was probably a 4 or 5 day event. So there was a lot of happiness, a lot of screaming, and a lot of enjoyment. So that's why my voice sounds the way that it does. So Oxy 28, these are bioidentical, okay? So it's gonna match what you've got naturally in your body. Biomimetic, remember copying, tri meaning 3 peptides. And a peptide, by the way, I don't think I broke that down for you yet, is simply a molecule that contains 2 or more amino acids, which again, as I did mention earlier, those are the molecules that form proteins. So Oxy 28, and those 3 products, it's from plants, organic plants. It's mimicking amino acids that are in your body, and it's literally plant therapy. Now you're placing these products, obviously, on your skin. And remember this, I need to step back for a second. Placing something on your skin. I hope you use all of Essante Organics products. We have a full catalog of over 100 products. But if I could leave you with just a handful of tools or advice, one of the pieces of advice I would leave for you is be very discerning, be very cautious with what you put on your skin. We all talk about what we put in our mouth, and that's very important too. But what you put on your skin, anywhere on your skin, is literally in your bloodstream in 26 seconds. That's why it's very important to be concerned about the deodorant you use, the things you put on your face, what you brush your teeth with, what you wash your hair with, what you wash your body with, the clothes that you wear, what they've been washed with. And without, or I should say at the risk, and forgive me, but at the risk, and I don't mean to trigger anybody, but this being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I want you to look very closely at the products that have the pink ribbon on. And in many cases, I'm not going to be impressed what's on the front of the label and that they have a pink ribbon. What impresses me is reading the ingredients on the back of the label. And you will be frightened to discover, it's not even open for conjecture or argument, it is what it is, I'm sorry. Many of those products that have the pink ribbon have ingredients in that product that literally have been linked to cancer, including breast cancer. So don't be dazzled by labels on the front, become an ingredient reader, and be very judicious about what you put in your body as well as on your body, because again, within 20 seconds, it's in your bloodstream. Again, it's for this reason, we here at Essante Organics, everything we create is toxic free. Instead of having toxic ingredients like the other companies, we've got an organic, all organic ingredients, wild-crafted, toxic-free ingredients designed to nourish the body, combat oxidative stress, and in this case, with these 3 Z3 products, block the negative effects of Progeria. Now, when you apply, I'll get off my soapbox now. When you apply Z3 biomimetic tripeptides, it's going to help your DNA in 3 ways. And to explain this or describe this, I'm going to copycat our CEO and founder, Michael Winter. I'd like you to envision a strand of DNA. You might have learned about that in high school science class or college science class, that double helix strand Watson and Crick discovered. And that DNA, you've got DNA all throughout your body. It makes you unique. It makes you you. And I want you to think of Progerine like a Pac-Man. Remember that game Pac-Man? I'm dating myself. being a kid from the 70s and 80s, right? This Pac-Man, this Progerin wants to come, my arm's your DNA, wants to come and start nipping away at your DNA. It wants to damage your DNA, and it does. And as it eats away at your DNA, you're going to start the aging process, okay? Peptide number one of the three, the tripeptides, peptide number one literally coats, puts a barrier, puts a force field around your DNA. So if all we had was just the singular peptide, peptide number one, and not the other two, you have done so much to prevent the aging process from occurring further, just with number one, okay? You've created the safety barrier and you use it day after day, and that keeps that barrier there. That's why the effects like Claire was speaking of, and Yadira, and Elise, it's cumulative. So the great results that Claire got in the first day have only been amplified as she went on. Now, peptide number two is super exciting because it's designed to actually penetrate into the DNA and start repairing the damaged cells that you already have. So now, this answers that question. When I use Z3, the stubborn scar or scars that I've had for years, a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, for the first time ever, I'm actually seeing it start to fade. That's why. Because of that second peptide getting in there and literally correcting and fixing the damage that's already occurred. And again, we could have stopped at the first peptide. We could have definitely stopped at the first 2 peptides, but the third peptide, it's incredible what it does. So before I describe what the third peptide does, again, still envisioning the DNA, we've got this barrier with the first peptide, the second peptide's going in and it's fixing that damage, the damaged cells that are already there. I want you to realize that every 27 days, all the skin of your body will shed off of you, not like a snake, it's happening every day, and it's replicated with new skin. So skin is just sloughing off you. That's why you want to make a lot of residual money so that you can hire somebody to vacuum your house every day and keep your sheets and pillowcases and whatnot clean. The reason why our skin is constantly shedding is because of something called the mother cells. And the mother cells, not your mother's cells, the mother cells. The mother cells are responsible for the renewal and repair work in all parts of your body. Pretty important stuff, right? But also including, and why you're here today, your skin. And the mother cells can accomplish this task by creating daughter cells. And the key difference between mother cells and daughter cells is simply this. Mother cells go through cell division, and as they divide, they create new cells, and those new cells are the daughter cells. You don't need to worry about the skin that's sloughing off as long as you've got somebody cleaning your house, right? And vacuuming. But what you do want is for the new skin that's replacing that old skin to be healthier than what it's replacing. So if you're not using these 3 products and you didn't pick your grandparents wisely, at best, your skin appears as good as it did a year or 2 ago. And if you're that rare person, God bless you, you're lucky. However, if you want to actually revert and have that skin cells to actually be younger looking and not just stop where you're at, but start going back, almost like a Benjamin Buttons to an extent, where you're starting to see younger and more youthful appearance and getting rid of dark spots and wrinkles and scars and so on and so forth, then you need these 3 peptides that are in here. So that third peptide literally gets into the mother cells. It's going to retrain or re-educate the mother cells to create healthier skin cells like it did when you were younger. Again, like Benjamin Buttons, right? And this particular mimicking peptide of the 3 or tripeptides is, again, designed from organic plants to be bioidentical or mimic the exact peptides the body produced when you're younger. So your body's going to utilize it. it's completely different from these companies that are putting toxic creams and lotions on your body. Your body, as soon as you put this on your skin, it knows how to use it. It identifies it because it's bioidentical. Now, this third peptide, I mentioned this a few weeks ago, and I've had this conversation since then quite a few times, because at my son's wedding this past week, and I've never ever had this compliment my whole life. I saw family members that I hadn't seen in years. They go, to me, they were saying this, your skin looks amazing. I hadn't seen you in 4 years. How does your skin look younger? Yeah, my hair's gotten a little grayer, but my skin looks great. The only thing I've changed is using this new Z3. So it reminds me, again, I'm going to date myself, of the movie from the 1990s starring Michael Keaton and Andie MacDowell, Multiplicity. If you want to see a funny movie, again, laugh more. That's a good way to get rid of stress. Rent this movie, Multiplicity. And in Multiplicity, Michael Keaton is a busy contractor. I think he lives in California. And he's so busy, he doesn't have time to finish his contracting jobs, doesn't have time to meet the inspectors. And at his own house, his personal house that he lives with, Andie MacDowell, he has no time to fix all the things that need to be fixed in his house. So he comes across a scientist who is working on cloning. It's a 90s movie, kind of humor me for a second. And they make a clone of Michael Keaton. So now Michael Keaton, the real Michael Keaton, gets to be at home. He gets to work on his house, and he sends out this clone of him secretly who's going to the construction sites and doing all his work. What Michael Keaton, the original Michael Keaton, doesn't realize is the clone realizes how busy his life is, and he makes a clone of himself. And then that second clone makes a clone of himself, and that's where the comedy ensues. So the bottom line is they're making a copy of a copy of a copy. So it's like those mother cells making older cells and even older cells and older cells. And each time you make a Xerox copy of a Xerox copy of a Xerox copy, it's never as bright as the original. Having that third peptide stops that and allows to re-educate those mother cells so it can start producing younger, more original, not aged and wrinkled and scarred cells. Very, very powerful. And again, we're the only ones that have these three in our product. So it's the combination of all three that you want, of this biomimetic tripeptide, which we're creating all those great results that you're seeing and hearing about with the testimonials. And if this wasn't good enough, I know I keep saying that, we added another ingredient that takes the effects, the benefits of these biomimetic tripeptides to even a higher level. And that is red algae. And when we've added red algae, the reason why we added it is because of all of the research on the antioxidant astaxanthin. Astaxanthin is what it really causes the red pigment in like lobsters and different plants. It improves the function of the immune system. It's been shown to stop oxidative damage. People, you read the research on it, they're using it for multiple things, multiple scientific studies, but helping slowing down the aging process of the skin. Ding, 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 obviously why we wanted to add that. But it's also been shown to help Alzheimer's disease, athletic performance, muscle soreness from exercise, and so many other things. Once you apply astaxanthin to your skin with our Z3 biomimetic peptides, it's been shown to have incredible moisturizing properties. So people that have used lotions before, and we've got some great moisturizing lotions, Z3, especially in the repair cream, the moisturizing benefits from the eye cream and the repair cream are off the charts. It's incredible. And I think I'd submit to you that you're never going back to another product once you try these. I mean, that's how addictive, that's how good they are. And of course, they're toxic free. As you start diving into the research of astaxanthin, you're going to quickly discover why you want to have this on your skin every single day. It's 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C. And we've been using vitamin C for years on our skin with our vitamin C face wash. I shave with it. It's an incredible antioxidant. It's 1,000 times more powerful than vitamin E. We've all heard about how vitamin E is so important for your skin. It's 800 times more powerful than CoQ10, 1,800 times more effective than nitric oxide, or even the antioxidant lycopene, which is a very powerful antioxidant, 3,100 times more powerful than natto, And natto is a very powerful Japanese dish that has been used for eons to literally slow the aging process. It's 700 times more powerful than OPCs. OPCs are very strong antioxidants. That's why we put them in our organic super reds. OPCs have been shown to help with swelling, improve vein function. The list goes on and on and on. And it's 110 times stronger than beta carotene. All those things are good, but what I think you can see is that astaxanthin, which is in all three of the products here, is literally the king of the jungle when you're talking about antioxidants. I could go on and on. I'm pretty excited about this stuff, but I want to honor your time and prevent myself from being too verbose. I'm sure you can tell that the testimonials are real. This isn't Photoshop stuff like other companies do. I mean, we're showing you people on live video, and you can see the differences from side to side. I mean, it's quite incredible. So as I shared earlier, if you've ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time, this is it. We're the only ones that have this. We're the only ones that will. You won't find a few years from now somebody selling this on TV under another. This is our stuff. And if you ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time, this is it. So I've said it before, and I really want to say it again because it is so important. I never want you to look back at this webinar a month from now, a year from now, or even worse, a decade from now and say, yeah, I remember that webinar and I was at the right place at the right time, but I didn't engage. Don't do that to yourself. We've all had, oh, I shoulda, I coulda, I woulda. Don't torture yourself. This is it. Get back with the person who invited you. Tell them that you're interested. How do you start? And I look forward to seeing you on the next webinar. And I look forward to seeing your testimonials. So Claire, with that, I'm going to turn the microphone back to you and let you take over.
All right. Thank you, Dr. JJ. I really appreciate you coming on, and it's always a pleasure to hear you speak. So everyone, if you're on here for the first time, please get back, as Dr. JJ said, to the person who brought you to this call. And if you have any questions, we're here for you. Have a great day, everyone.